Hi there. Thanks for watching us. My name is Peter Taigas and I'm joined by Gal Hegedűs. We are bringing you live coverage from an awesome junior bridge tournament happening right here in Budapest. We already know that the event was won by the under 21 team. The two teams we can see here today are playing for the second place. The players are using the cool system called LoveBridge that lets us see everything that's happening at the table down to the tiniest detail. LoveBridge is all about digitizing this super fascinating game. As you see on the other screen, the players use tablets instead of cards. And with this new technology, we can broadcast and keep a record of all the boards from all the tables without needing any human help. It's something that was impossible before. Just as an example, for safety reasons, we have comfortable delay in the broadcast. Also, as the boards are archived automatically, those who are interested, they can always replay the boards later. LoveBridge is already in use at some important tournaments. For example, the prestigious USBC, the selection for the American national teams. Now, if you are not familiar with bridge, it's a game where two pairs of players team up and play against each other at a table. We've got north, south, east, and west around the table. Each player's partner sits right across from them. So north's partner is south, and the east plays with west. What we are seeing today on the screen, it's a team match. Two pairs come together to form a team. At one table, we've got north-south, and at the other table, we've got east-west in the same team. These two teams are going head-to-head against each other, and the final result is determined by how well they do compared to their opponents. So it's all about the differences in performance between the two tables. What is also very interesting that the players themselves cannot actually see the current scores. Probably this is the only serious sport out there where you are in a fierce competition without knowing the exact result. Of course, the players can sense when things are going good or bad, but they can never be totally sure what's going at the other table. So, get ready, dive into the game, enjoy. Gal and me try to explain what's going on bridge-wise. Let's go. What's going on, Gal?
Yeah, hi. So this first was it looked like four spades is on. South only has to lose two diamond tricks and the club. And the two spade within the closed room was certainly on the timid side.
Hmm.
With that four loser hand.
Yep. We can call
But
it
they will
cautious.
still reach the game.
Yeah. So the two teams are the under 16, north-south, in the so-called open room, the left of the screen with green background, and playing east-west in the table with blue background, playing against the under 26 women team. And now there is already a difference between the contract.
Well, that was a surprising pass over 3-0 trump with that 6-5.
With this 6-5, it's, yeah,
solid
with these
spades.
distributional hands. Yesterday we could
But
see another case when someone with 11 black cards wanted to play in 3-0 terms. That was 8-3.
how about he didn't? And on the diamond queen lead it will make, it seems. As there are only three diamonds and the club to lose.
The diamonds are 4-4. That helps making.
Didn't even need the club trick declare us, so.
Oh, Yeah, you're right.
I guess on a hard lead it would have been beaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a clever play to play the ace of hearts before the other top tricks because there is no entry for it. So
Yeah. It was
if he
cautious play.
doesn't play it now, he may never get to it.
Yeah, four spades looks for the first sight a little bit easier to play at least. You need the clubs to come with one loser, or the diamond king to
Yes, but
make a
as there
trick.
was a heart lead, the diamond could be discarded on the ace of hearts. So
Ah, okay.
even two club losers are allowed. It will be an over trick and a 2-point win for the women team.
Yeah, they played pretty fast at all tables, both tables, and it will be a quick game soon, I guess. No, South made sure that everyone is clear before claiming.
Yeah, sometimes it's faster to play out than to claim.
Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. You don't need. Explain what's going on. The cards explain themselves. Okay, so West has a Yarborough. Yarborough is the hand when you don't even have a 10, am I right?
I think so.
And it was named after the Duke of Yarborough, who offered a bet to every bridge player who were yowling about bad hands, saying that I think he offered 1,000 English pound at each occurrence, provided that £1 of insurance is paid for him per 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 hand, I think. And it was a good bet for Mr. Yarborough, the Duke.
Yeah. So already a difference in handling the Norse hand. Maybe it's a systemic
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, I can
Some
imagine.
play that a double followed by the two diamond beat doesn't show any extras, while other play it as a strong hand.
Recently, I saw in an article a very strange variation of this convention, where it was not only played with the diamond and the major, but for both majors, and not even five hearts and four spades, but for five spades and four hearts. So a conversion from the minor to two spades did not promise extra strengths. I was very much surprised to see that.
It doesn't seem outlandish.
Yeah, I was written
But
by Kit.
would you have beat your clubs with the
No,
east hand?
no, I
I
wouldn't.
think with this pretty solid hearted and
It was to mention second time, but she had the option to bid it again. So now she provided a pretty nice description about her hand.
uh,
But actually, you want. I think if I would be there, I would like to play two hearts more in 6-1 than three clubs in 4-4.
yeah, and his partner went back to three clubs, so it may get doubled. South has three trump tricks and some extras here and there, but no, not today. So I guess it
Yeah,
would have been a success to double it.
yeah. It was a little bit too cautious to pass that three clubs. Yeah, we learn in the school that we shouldn't double partials, which when they make the students are awarded heavily.
Yeah, but with 3 trump tricks,
It wasn't very probable.
and it looks like that North-South went overboard at the other table.
Yeah,
As no game has a chance with
it's
that
against
3 hearts caching.
Yeah.
But 3 spades might mate.
Four spades. Actually, it seems that 4 spades is the closest guess. It only requires the king of spades being not very long and being on side.
Yes, but 3 no trumps only requires a blockage in hearts. So
Yes. Yeah. True.
oh, he beat 4 clubs. She
Yeah, I
and
mean,
no double yet again. So I think not, the South players are not the
the blue
most
type.
bloodthirsty ones.
Yeah, I think the 3 hearts is it worth to mention that when you have 11 balanced 11 point high cards in high cards and the balanced hand opposed someone partnering someone who just reopened after, for example, one hard pass, that you shouldn't be so enthusiastic. Because
but maybe double would have shown 4 spades. I don't know. So there are not many alternatives. Maybe I think he was a bit too strong for 3 diamonds. At least he felt that it's 3 diamonds doesn't show justice to his hand. So it's not.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's not that easy.
It's a normal bid, I think. 3 hearts, not overly aggressive.
Okay, so
but it's not in line with not doubling.
No. No. Okay, so
and they say just about this 4 club is that invulnerable doesn't mean unvulnerable. Just take a glimpse what double dome solar says about the fate of 4 clubs.
Yeah.
It says it's only 4 down.
Oof. Gosh. So some excitement was avoided at both tables.
Yeah, it seems that he still take 6 tricks in the closed room.
Which is a line, what you just said about 4 clubs. She shouldn't cash the last trump. Yep, pardon. Okay, so this is 3 down.
East will be happy to
play without
avoided the double. Yeah.
So in the open room,
maybe Sas was afraid that the opponents will run to hearts,
which plays a little bit better, and maybe she can't double that.
Yeah, but it may be true with 3 clubs, but certainly not with 4.
Yeah, it is.
He can easily double 4 clubs, 4 hearts as well.
Yeah. What would you bid with the West hand in the closed room over one diamond? I have no problem with one spade.
Yeah, no problem, but four spades is good as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to
It's
ask.
not.
After the one diamond opening, we are not that afraid of avoiding a huge hard fit. We are
I
vulnerable
think
against
I
nuts.
wouldn't have, even without the one diamond opening, I wouldn't care too much about the hard fit with these spades. But the slam is much more likely if South didn't open.
Yes. So with two spades,
No, he can beat four spades because the heart shortness partners hand.
now, yes. And would you bid two spades over the double?
Over.
So it went one diamond,
Yeah,
one
okay,
spade,
okay.
double, and now he's
Maybe,
passed
maybe.
with the singleton heart. But the king is badly placed, so
Yeah, it's vulnerable against
yeah,
nuts. It's not that tempting
yeah, it's not that
as
tempting.
in any
Yeah.
other
But over
vulnerability.
this four hearts with the singleton heart, as you just said,
I think she should
she,
beat four spades.
yeah, probably
But even if she doesn't West me, maybe we'll beat four.
because he would be aware of the singleton heart in partner's hand based on the bidding of the opponents. Yeah, so the result is equaled because of the what's the name? Not down.
Extra under trick.
Extra because of the extra under trick. Yes.
And the fourth spade was beat directly over on diamond in the open room.
Yeah. We may mention that in the open room, East-West is a very practiced pair, lots of international experience, and also playing a lot in the first division in Hungary. We can state that on this match, they are the strongest pair.
At least the most experienced.
For sure.
Probably. South has a problem now.
Yes. Yeah, in the closed room, West is thinking about the four space bid. And, South passed four spades double.
Yeah, there was no clear-cut bids.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what for now no trumps means in this situation.
Yeah, maybe a trump lead from the queen would have beaten four spades. Maybe it will be beaten this way as well.
Yeah, that's a very unusual start, but you can take away two heart roughs with that idea.
I think three. Yeah, with the trump lead. Because there is no entry to hand.
Yes,
so
only once
he can play another one.
Yep.
But of course, no one will lead a trump from that combination. Now the problem is that declarer. Okay, heart is heart ruff, club ruff, heart ruff, and declarer can enter his hand with a high club ruff.
Or just play the king of diamonds first. After the first heart ruff, after the first heart ruff, you play the king of diamonds. That helps.
But only if trumps are 3-0.
Yeah.
The problem with ruffing high the club is that North can discard his last heart. So when you want to ruff a heart, he can ruff him with the 7 and still has the queen of spades
to play.
As the setting trick.
Yeah. Oh, it's the setting trick. Yeah. And what about the 4 hearts? So they play in 4 hearts in the closed room against the 4-1 split and the spade lead. That seems to be going home after taking away all the trumps via the diamond finesse. She has to be careful to start with the queen of diamonds. And
no, there is the club entry to dummy. So
the club is already high. So that's
without it, the queen of diamonds wouldn't have, because it has 4 diamonds.
Yes, you're right.
Oh. He played the club before drawing trumps. It's
the
only
contract is not
the difference.
Yeah, the contract is not in danger. So in the open room, in the 4 spades,
I think it will make now. As
he started
Hanka
with
played a diamond, it was a
diamond.
Good play, so she can safely enter his hand twice in diamonds and once in clubs.
Her hand, yeah. So it means that the women will make a double game. They will score a game at both tables, which will provide a huge imp lead. Maybe she
still has to
figure out the exact distribution of Norse.
She must enter once in each minor to her hand.
But the 1 diamond opening helps her to do so. So, what if she roughs with the ace of spades? Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. Okay, so she goes down.
Oh, she goes down, yes. She didn't guess the correct distribution.
Still, it's not that huge, but still a little.
Still a pickup, yes. Norse
pickup for
has
the
to overrough and play a trump.
Oh, well, no. Actually, 4 hearts also went down. So, surprise, surprise.
Oh.
Both makeable game went down.
Oh. Okay, let's check the play in the closed room.
Let's check the play.
How 4 hearts went down. It was
meanwhile
ace of spades lead.
Meanwhile, Norse found the killing defense against 4 spades, over-ruffing and playing back the spade.
So West took the first heart and played a diamond. Declarer played 1 round of trumps and tried a club which was ruffed. West now played a diamond 8, and the queen wasn't covered by the king. Still, drawing the last trump is 11 tricks.
Yes.
And she drew the last trump, took the diamond finesse, and all she has to do is to enter hand with a club.
But no, even
the diamond he played the diamond ace, and
even the diamond draft is. Yeah. She forgot about the king probably. I know this feeling. I mean, this the finance worked once, so we have no problem in the diamond suit anymore.
Yeah, sure.
That's that happens with everyone, I think, and it's not a good experience, but very you can learn a lot from that. Okay, so we were not seeing the future. brightly.
to say the least.
So instead of the women team having a huge lead with some 2-digit imps, it was the under 16 team having 6 imps, seeing going down both table the opponents. Okay, so it's there is a difference in the systems. One club in the open room and one diamond in the closed room. Anka and Ville open one club with all the balanced hand outside of the one no trump zone. And as they are vulnerable, they have a strong no trump here. So one club was obligatory with their system, while with the usual better minor approach, Mirko opened one diamond. Would you pass one diamond or would you bid one heart over the double? It went one diamond, pass, double in the closed room, and now Norse had a decision.
I don't know, probably would have passed.
Yeah, it's not very dangerous because you don't get you don't push.
In a way, it's dangerous if you miss a game and they make, or you only collect 200, but not as dangerous as if you put time in the game.
Yeah.
In the open room, of course, Norse didn't pass. And they may replicate the sequence.
Yes.
So what about 4 hearts?
Yeah, the doubleton queen jack is a big help.
2 diamonds and the spade is no spade is not necessary.
Spade can be thrown away. Yeah. Heart is exciting because you catch the ace, the walk drops, and now you have to decide.
She can afford to lose 1 heart. The diamonds will be high.
The diamonds are already high. The diamonds are already high.
She can simply lead the diamonds.
Yes, and check what's going on. Probably a spade is coming back now, so no.
I don't know, maybe she hoped for a doubleton. 10 of hearts, or simply wanted to take away a winner from the declarer's hand.
Yeah.
In a way it works, so now she can't discard all his spades on the diamonds, but she can discard from her hand on the clubs.
Yes, exactly. At the other room, a trump was led. Yeah. And the declarer started playing on clubs and throwing the spade away. It's not that urgent, I think.
No, it isn't.
But if he wants to rough spades, then now he has to play on diamonds to have. No, I don't. Yeah. He had to play on diamonds.
It will be okay.
It will be okay.
It's only the question of an overtrick or not.
I remember we were saying that the king will make easily, and we were not.
Of course, we are
very
seeing all the
precise
cards
with this. Yes, the predictions with seeing the cards. It's a tough work. We are doing a hard job here when we try to guess what's going on. Yeah, meanwhile, Andrea collects 11 tricks. At least at one table we were right. At the other table, Honka is considering what to do after taking the trick with the king of diamonds.
Sometimes you feel that you should take her out of his misery. There's nothing she can do.
Yeah. But on the other hand,
you feel sorry for her for trying to beat
solve an
something
unsolvable problem. Yeah. Now she tries to create a trump trick out of nowhere. I mean, it's
the same as that happened in the other.
At the other, yeah.
But Villa knows that the 8 won't help. So
Yeah.
I guess she won't ruff.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Looking like someone with Jack 8, 5 of trumps, but in that case, why would partner leave the diamond? And once again, we see at the other table a 1 spade where maybe a 4 spade could have been.
Yeah, this time a non-vulnerable version.
But
again,
it
a
was at least
7-shifter.
reopening.
Yeah. First had a chance to show her hand at the 1 level with 18
it seems
counts.
To beat 4 spades, maybe you have to lead a heart.
Which is not very probable.
Maybe after the no. If you lead a king of clubs, declarer can take and play a diamond right away.
Ace and the ace of spades and the diamond, maybe. Yeah, just to make sure that.
No. You can't play the ace of spades.
You can't. You
have to ruff.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Even if somehow South takes the second club trick with the 10 and play a spade,
you have to play the ace on the first round of the spades. Yeah.
But it's only 2 spades.
Okay, so North is doing in the 4 hearts what you were suggesting, playing high diamonds against East unknown trumps. So whatever she has, she's just a little trapped there. Okay,
but now you have no chance against West having no more hearts. So you have to play for the drop.
As you can what catch do you mean?
The Jack 8-5 can be catched. So East would cover.
You were speaking about the over trick.
Yeah.
Not about
of course.
Yeah, not about the contract itself. Okay, so 1 trick difference. 1 imp 40 ladies.
And the normal 10 tricks in 2 spades. I would be surprised if anyone would lead a heart from that combination.
Yeah. Only if South shows any sign of life.
Oh, 2 diamonds.
Wow, sporty. With the four hearts to the ace.
Yeah, and the balanced hand with king.
The balanced hand, yeah.
Which it's quite normal for them, I think, but not necessarily as overcalling. But there is a sect that thinks that the 1 club 2 diamond and the 1 diamond 2 club beats are really effective.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to say.
In theory, it's true, but in practice, I never saw them working.
Yeah, but still.
But the underlying reason for this is that there are 2 unbeat majors and they are already at level 2. So some hands with, say, 4 spades and 2 hearts
It's very
And
awkward to bid.
some strengths is really awkward to bid
Yeah,
after this.
exactly.
But I never saw it work.
I wouldn't say so. I never saw, but I have in my memory only one or two cases when I had the feeling that it did a little mess, and I still don't remember that it was unsolvable. It just created some difficulties.
Yeah. But it seems after these two diamonds, four spades is not as enticing as it would
No,
have been if
no,
she would have passed.
not at
So
all.
maybe we will see a push at a
Two,
part score.
yeah,
Yeah.
two spades and passed around. But now
Probably not
actually,
forcing.
yeah, that's
Prob-
what I wanted to say. That Norse has something to say.
and he can go down a lot.
A lot, a lot. If West happens to double it, that will be
Even without a double, it seems three down at first sight. Defenders has 8 tricks.
yes, yes, without doing anything.
Just leading your partner suite.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, yeah. She doubled.
Double, whatever it means. She hopes it doesn't mean to lead something else.
Lead your
But
diamond partner.
of course, he went at 3 clubs.
That's very clever. But actually it was a must because partner cannot beat three clubs.
You mean with this hand?
Yeah, with this hand, with this weak balanced hand, partner will have a guess that we are uh, awkwardly placed, but we'll have no idea where to go. Three claps is not that easy to punish, and it's not that
It
bad.
can be beaten, I
Yeah.
think, with one trick. Say a spade to the ace and the diamond back, and after the ace of clubs, there's a diamond rough.
And then they are already playing the sixth board in the closed room, and we can see again a reopening. One club pass, and and again North had to reopen.
Yeah, and it wasn't passed once again. So it was only a 4-card suite, but the vulnerability was
Very
good
tempting.
to pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it can easily make 2 over tricks.
Yep.
But it's worth mentioning that if East has 6 clubs, she may bid 2 clubs over the doubles. So
It's not
passing is
very
not as bad as it seems at first.
Yeah. So finally, the ladies found the four spades, and of course there was no hard lead.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if she takes with the ace and plays a diamond up, which looks like the indicated play.
And another question, I think I would have been tempted to bid one no trump with the south hand instead of one spade, which not the suggested approach with 4-card major, but it's so much more like a no trumpish hand after the one club opening.
You are right. It's certainly possible. The upside is of one no trump is that it shows some strengths.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm not sure that we have enough strength for it, but it shows.
Yeah.
At least in no trump, the 10-9 of clubs there's at least 1 point, maybe more. Of course, when partner has a strong hand with 4 spades and 6 diamonds, or something like that, it's not necessarily a good thing to play swing or trump, but it can be.
So one spade was disciplined, passed around.
Yeah, maybe Norse's attempt a bit. He has 15 points with high spades, four spades, and when you reopen, your partner will be more cautious. So the maximum of one spade is a bit higher than
Yeah.
when you make a direct takeout double. The negative is that the strength is after you, so your finances won't work as well. And it seems that she misguessed the spades.
Yeah, it was a simple guess, or should she have play a heart and try again the deep spade pinners?
Yeah, maybe I don't know why she didn't do that. But still,
In one
it will
spade,
make.
she could afford. She felt that she has to throw trumps as fast as she can.
Yeah, but it didn't look like there were. I don't get this discard.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. We could have rubbed all the
We are
clubs.
getting close to. No, not close to going down, but.
We lost a few tricks, but it's still one spade is still in a good shape.
Okay, why we didn't look, I just saw how can we check the play here. She took the first trick and played the diamond up as it was. So it
Yes.
just did, yeah. Okay.
So there is a new leader with one imp, the under 26 women team, with this non-vulnerable four spades making.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the usual play, usual way to get there, but they got there.
They got there.
And Ace
So
didn't play his ace of spades in one spade.
here's again not a usual approach.
It's
So
so she can
so
be end played.
with a spade on a heart and a spade, but probably declare will play for straight for the diamond finesse.
Why?
No, yeah, heart and
I
spade
don't see
seems
a
to be.
reason why should rush for the diamond finesse instead of playing a heart and a spade. Yeah, she will
Yeah,
end play.
very good, very good.
Okay, so there are two clubs now in the
Yeah,
other
one no
room,
trump was with weakish, I think.
and it should be
No,
doubled, I think,
no, it
after
wasn't. I'm
this.
sorry. Probably a double from North will be takeout in this position. But it's a question if he feels that he has enough strengths
Now, she passed it out. Still can be a good board.
for North South.
Yeah.
If two clubs
Three
goes
clubs to
down.
lose, three hearts, and a diamond. Should be a two off. Differently,
Okay.
it might have been three off, because now declarer can have the spade loser.
What? Maybe on a diamond lead, this could have been avoided.
Or a heart or a club.
A
Everything but
heart
a
is
spade.
not. Neither
It's,
heart or
it's
clubs are very tempting.
yeah.
I think spade lead was pretty normal.
Yeah, it was absolutely normal. Just have the declarer this time.
But yeah, that was still a good, a good and disciplined lead. So we didn't celebrate the end play. It was very nicely done by the declarer in the sixth board in the closed room.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was well done.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why East should have played Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
When she could
escape from the 10 play.
It's fairly normal for spades now.
Yeah, without very standard bidding. It starts with a club rough.
Yeah, and ace of hearts and another club rough. So it will be 2 down before
the opponent, before the declarer can do anything.
Okay, so what should South play on this one?
I think the
if he plays the queen,
that does not help a lot.
Yes, East will know that the lead was from shortness because there is only one higher card.
On the
we are assuming it's third fifths.
Yeah.
The lead.
Yeah.
And anyway, Barry Crane said that the sevens are singletons. So you should always go with that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Maybe East could have played the hardest before the club if there is any doubt that the partner will play a heart. For on a diamond or a spade, declarer will make this.
Yeah.
Another possibility is that you play, as these are small cards, but if you start with the ace and the king of spades in that order, instead of the king and the ace.
Clubs, yeah.
Clubs, yes. It's a kind of suit preference. So usually the partner will get right anyway, but you can give extra help for him.
Yeah, but Mirko listened the clubs spot carefully.
Okay, but the 10 could have been in his partner's hand and the 2 in declarers, so it wasn't a sure
thing.
It's simply, I guess it was simply that the heart couldn't cost.
Yep. That's right. Meanwhile, 2 clubs in the open room is slowly arrives to its fate. Well, it
seems it's only one off. No?
It will be only one off. Wow, strange approach, but
to play a diamond.
If he plays a diamond,
and South should not over. If he over,
it's important.
It's over.
It's important that South.
Oh, so it will make.
So finally,
yeah, it's a somewhat. So at first, it's hard to understand why he shouldn't overruff, even seeing all the cards. It's not gaining trick by not overruffing. It's very, very confusing.
Yes.
So unless you know it, it's hard to come up with it at the table.
And even if you know it, it requires a few boards to witness it and to understand. Yeah, it's the mechanism, how it works.
The reason is that if you don't overruff, then the queen went out without taking any club from your hand. So your king and 10 are conserved for later when declarer has less trump.
Yeah, imagine that the declarer plays the club suit from hand, plays the queen, you have to take it with the king, and the check, and the 10 follows under the check. So if you if you overtake the queen with the king, the same effect happens. So you can avoid this only if you discard. Okay. So F5
It's
pick
it's
up
not something anyone that I think most of us won't come up with it unless
at the table
yes,
or the
unless
first side. Yep.
he or she knows it.
Yep. 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 It
It's
has to be taught. It has to be
it's
explained
something like
and
dummy
practiced.
reversal that it's surprising at first that it works.
Ah, well, first
Dummy
you start
reversal is easier, I think, than
first
this.
you start roughing from wherever you can, and you are surprised that the roughing from the long doesn't produce extra
Yeah.
tricks.
And then you are
And then
surprised that it does.
and then yeah, exactly.
Okay. So 3 diamonds. We saw 7 card suites open at the 2 and the 4 level, and now finally there is a third level 3 diamond bids.
And the ladies arrived pretty light for hearts, but it's a good fit.
Yeah. But what will you do with the spade?
Yeah, it's still will not make,
It's
but
if
not that
if
easy.
East plays the other high club, then
Yeah,
then you can
yeah,
discard
that's
one spade
yep,
on the
yep, yep.
jack of
That's
clubs because you only need to rough 1 diamond. As
it requires lots of work, but yes,
so East should refrain from playing the other high
it's not
club.
easy. It's not easy.
If partner has a singleton club,
Wow, well
well,
done.
yeah.
But still, there is job to do when declarer plays the 10 of clubs. Oh, okay. West helped his
Yeah.
partner.
But still, she will be squeezed.
Between the black suits.
Yeah. So even if she plays low now, declarer will rough a diamond, draw trumps, and on the last trump or diamond, he cannot keep on all his spades and clubs.
Very awkward. Is there an escape? What if West plays a
A
spade?
diamond on a diamond opening lead and the spade switch, I think.
Yes.
A small club and the spade switches certainly beats it, but that's really unlikely.
Well, we just don't see how that would happen. Okay, so
Probably the club 9 was some sort of suit preference signal, but West has an easy diamond.
I think it doesn't matter what she plays on the Diamond King. So
She should discard the spade so she can rough a club later in case the king is. Oh, it's really unlikely, but
yeah,
there's always a possibility that the king comes down.
yeah. At the other table, the clubs pots are under consideration. The king, I listened, and the clubs were played in the order king ace, so
Once
that
again,
didn't,
yeah.
yeah, that didn't help. So West is
That's
in the tank,
really nothing to lose
yeah, to play
by
hard.
bleeding a heart.
Yeah,
Only
exactly.
in the really, really unlikely case that declarer has 5 diamonds and partner can rough the diamond. But the bidding, after this bidding, it's impossible.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't see how.
She did not rough the. What
No,
happens?
oh, she draws Trump. And now I'm thinking if a club rough, diamond rough,
There's no way
let's
to get hands. It's
no.
I think.
Uh, it would be
Oh, she didn't go for the squeeze. She just
no,
tried to rough out the clubs and see if the spades are running.
yeah.
Squeezes are
That uncommon
not
as
as
one would
hard
think.
as they are.
Afraid of it.
Yes, and as they are viewed, but they need some. You
Practice.
have to think it over before you
Yeah. Oh,
as there's sometimes the order of the cards you play is very important.
okay. So it seems that Honka played back a spade, and the four spade made
Yeah.
collect under 16 team collected 13 variable imps and are in the lead.
Yes, it's easy to say that West aired or something, as I don't see how a hard play can hurt if we are talking about beating the contract. But East could have helped twice. First with Ace King, playing the clubs
The
in Ace
clubs,
King
yeah,
order, and second, if he says that one beating
one
once is okay, then
one of
play
is
the
okay. Yeah.
first.
And that's probably the reason why West didn't play a heart, because she thought that with the ace of hearts would have been cashed before the club rough. So she went for, probably that's my idea, the case when the declarer has to guess the queen of diamonds for making its contract. So she just didn't want to help in any way. Or probably a heart trick can
But,
be given playing a heart
but
from the
Dummy had
queen.
three spades, so the third heart can be roughed.
Yeah,
It's, I
diamond
don't
can be
see
thrown.
any
That's
chance
only
for.
the fourth diamond can be thrown. Oh yeah. Okay, with 7-4-2 distribution, one diamond opening, and then four hearts after the double from part.
Pretty aggressive once again.
Yeah, but non-vulnerable against vulnerable. She doesn't know if it's a save or it's for
Yeah,
making.
but the problem is it doesn't. They will beat four spades if they wanted to four spades, and all you have done with this is partner will double based on your values. So I think it only makes sense if you want to pull four spades to five diamonds anyway.
Yeah, and I can
With the
imagine
present
that.
hand, I think three hearts would have been raised to four by South.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, 5-4-3.
Yep.
Well, the singleton is not well placed, but still the singleton. And then at that point, we just don't know how good is that diamond singleton.
So this diamond lead was surprising into the declared suits.
Yeah,
So
but the
she
other
didn't have
suits,
many good leads.
no, the other suits were very awkward. Maybe ace of spades, which in this case, yeah, would run into a rough.
Of course, the club would have been best, but it's
Wow.
not a combination you usually want to lead away from.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
in the other room, the ace and king of clubs were cashed in four hearts, so
Okay,
it should make
it should
without
make
any problem.
now
Oh, the
a
sneaky
sneaky,
last way, but
sneaky declare
of course,
just didn't.
declare.
Declare wasn't fooled. So
Maybe
now
it
I
was not so
think,
sneaky. Maybe she thought that if partner has a void in spades, it's the only
oh,
chance to beat the contract.
yeah, yep, well, maybe. And this time, yeah,
So it's
It
two
will be
games in a row that was made by the 16 team.
16. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And will pay well. I don't think it can go wrong in any way. Oh. Yeah, and from this point, not even a second spade finesse is needed. So, what about the 4 hearts in the closed room? I can't hear you, Gal. I don't know if you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
That's very good. That's very good.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's happening.
It was
Yeah, they lost to the King of Hearts.
a diamond to the ace, a heart back to the king, and now a second diamond.
It
Probably
looks
at
like
this
the
point.
defense is doing just what Declarer would want to do.
Drawing trumps and
Yeah.
making the diamonds high.
Yeah, the diamonds are already high. Oh, in the open room it was opened by 5 diamonds.
Avoiding hearts completely.
Yeah, and if in the case of the ace of spades lead, it's an easy make. Otherwise, not.
What would you lead?
Maybe I would have led the ace of spades as well.
Yeah, it's very normal against the 5 diamonds.
So there's still only one entry to dummy. So
yeah,
the hearts has to be handled. So say you play a diamond now,
yeah,
then they can play a club right away. I don't think it will be played, but if they play a club, then it seems that you are done.
their club. You have to visualize this heart into
No,
the preemptor's hand.
What does it have if you visualize this heart? If they play a club, you simply can't take to the other heart trick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The from West hand.
Yes, the defenders has to visualize this heart.
Yeah,
No chance.
yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The defender should visualize the impossible heart. There is a chance that that West would play low to see what East asks for in the next diamond. Okay, she didn't, so she played a heart.
I think
again,
after this,
pretty normal.
It will be made.
Yeah.
So another.
All problems solved. The third game in a row.
Yeah, but at least
this one wasn't an error. It was pretty normal defense.
1 point pickup.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But only 3 more boards left.
So there is a double from West with 19 points over the one club.
Yeah, it's completely understandable.
Is it a 3 club bid from North? Is it this
3 club hat? I don't know how is it 3? 1 club probably shows 3. In that case, it's normal. 2 bit 3 clubs.
Isn't it a little heavy?
Heavy. I don't know. What's your vulnerable 3 clubs look like?
Wow, well,
But it's certainly not heavy.
poor low.
You normally
No.
beat it with 4 points and 5 clubs.
Yeah, probably.
No, it shouldn't be heavy.
Yeah, okay. Is there any change depending on the double? So it's the same hand after one club pass or one club double?
I think not much. It's possible that you have, for example, a weak 4 card major when you beat these 3 clubs over the double. But I don't think it changes much.
Okay, so
and it was beat at the other table.
Yeah, and Dana shows the 3 club beats right away in the open room. It had this slow approach in the closed room had the effect that now West feels that sort of bid his hand.
Yeah.
So may let them play in 3 clubs.
And East refrained herself from bidding 3 diamonds. Is that nice? Queen.
Yeah.
And not much.
So what we are seeing here,
3 clubs should go down. Even, yeah, it should go down.
Two clubs, a heart, and 2 diamonds.
And if West raises 3 hearts to 4 hearts in the closed, or in the open room, it can entice the double from South, and it probably won't be cheap. 2 spades and 2 hearts. The diamond may be discarded on the club. But it's not only that you lose 2 spades and 2 hearts, there are still losers in the majors that you somehow, oh, no double. Did you see one double?
Yeah.
During.
Yeah.
There was that 4 heart that was double with 2 ace kings.
No.
Or 4 spades. When the preemptor doubled 4 spades with 2 ace kings.
Yeah.
And partner had another ace and the king of
clubs. Yeah.
But I think there is much less double that should have
the bid's worse.
Yeah. It's when they make it, it's only
a few imps. Yeah, five imps.
It wasn't true for the double that you were talking about in the 4 spade double with the over trick. But the difference is that on that hand, the doubler did not have a trump stack. And with all these hands with trump stacks, they don't double. Maybe they are afraid of showing declarer how to handle the trump.
Yeah.
Which is certainly possibility with this hand that he will took the finest that the declarer will took the finest that she otherwise wouldn't.
So in the open room, club was led.
Yeah.
And based on the opening bid, they were let it round to the queen, but the king took the trick. So now it will go down many times.
Yeah, it's at least 2.
At least 2.
But only if you catch the trumps, which is it will be 2 down now.
Meanwhile, three clubs arrived to the normal one down.
And it's so the under 16 team will get some
We'll have
more
another pickup.
points.
Yep.
Probably 7, even without the double. So they don't need to double. They win without it as well. Okay, declare we have the
Diamonds high.
nine of spades. So
that's the plan, but it's not that easy because now South can overruff.
Yes,
but
he
the diamonds
should
are
have
high.
kept the small. East should have kept the small heart.
Yep.
After this overruff and king and another heart, he should take the trick in dummy. Yeah, we have a bridge player who likes to write about the dwarfs,
the little
or whatever.
the little cards.
Little cards
the deck.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that East declarer should have seen this at trick 4 or 5 when he played the 5 of hearts. But from 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, it's
with the 6
it should be automatic to play one of the higher ones.
Yep.
And we are I must say that we are a little bit more I don't know the right word with this pair than the others.
Critical.
Yes, we are a bit more critical with this pair because they are Hungarian champions and they were second placed in the junior women European Championship. So but okay from the others, it's not necessarily okay from them.
Yep, the other table in the close room, 11 red cards this time in South hand. So she opened the bidding with 1 heart and continued with 2 diamonds. I'm not sure about the 2 spades bid.
Yeah, but the alternatives weren't much better.
Yeah.
She could have bid to no trump or pass or maybe raise the 3 diamonds. They are not good either.
Yeah.
So it's possible that still bid. It's a rather aggressive bid, these 3 hearts. And unfortunately doesn't show the fixed diamonds, their best suits.
Oh well, she counted maybe 8 tricks in her hand.
Yeah. It can be. And it looks like that it may be made.
Yeah.
There is no spade loser. I'm talking about 4 hearts.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, 4 hearts is pretty close.
So the question is, if they start with clubs, will she lose control or not?
What about the diamond lead? I think a diamond draft is very nature to arrive to.
Declarer has to guess. But the diamond draft is only the 3rd trick. They don't want to beat 5 hearts, they want to beat 4 hearts.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So the tapping play seems to be the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so
4 hearts
what
is
happened?
Only 2 down.
Yeah, what happened there? The end play?
Yeah, they didn't play the hearts.
So he overruffed, played the queen of, but
okay, I will go and check this one.
And then not the last heart.
I guess he didn't know where was the higher hearts.
Yeah, probably. So overrubbed, cash the queen, and play the spade.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
declare could cross wrap the rest.
Yeah. I think I would bid 4 hearts with the Norse hand. Yeah. It didn't.
It's bidding 3-low trump with that mighty 8 of clubs. It's a little bit brave. So bidding 4 hearts is brave in a way.
Passing is not an option, I think, because partner, we have an absolute maximum for that 2 spades. And if partner went on, we said we have 5, 8, 5, 9 points, and partner went on, and now we have 2 good aces, 10 points. I think we should bid.
You cannot bid 1 spades 1 more because you already bid more than you have. So I don't know what 4 diamond is. Oh, he bids 3-no trump. She bids 3-no trump. Let's hope that partner won't
Partner might bid 4 diamonds now.
Yeah.
And they might arrive for spades.
4 spades. The problem with 4 spades is not that it has a trump loser. The problem is that the clubs, there's something with the clubs. So they lead a club, you rough it, and what?
You're just stuck. Play a diamond to the ace, rough another, but then you are two. But then you have 2 spades losers,
and you still lose a lot of clubs.
Yeah. Maybe 4 diamonds would have been the way. Over 3-no trumps.
Yeah. But I understand that South bids spades because partner has showed 6.
6, yeah. So playing in 6-2 could have been. Yeah, imagine the same hand with 6 spades and 2 diamonds. It's still awkward.
But not as awkward as it is now.
No, it's
with that hand you can play a heart and try to discard some clubs on the hearts.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the best now as well, to enter hand with the ace of diamonds and play a heart up.
Yeah. Okay,
but
at the other table,
it doesn't look like a make, for me at least.
At the other table,
they overcalled.
The east hand jumped in with the king, queen, jack, 5th.
Yeah. And her partner went over and over with his clubs bids. And I don't know what was so tempting with this 4 club bids.
Hard to see.
Yeah, the good news is that if South leads the spades, then spade won't be roughed. That's probably the only good news. And of course, the good is that the opponents can make a game. So this 2 off won't be against.
Only 2?
Maybe it can be more. If he overtakes and plays a heart back, maybe even 3. As declarer cannot pull. Must play the ace of hearts. And cannot do trumps.
Actually, she knows that South has 6 hearts from the bidding, so there's no real option to play low.
Yeah, and after that he can play just 1 high trump to make sure, and then play a heart back.
Yeah.
And we'll probably escape for 2 down. 2.
It's funny that both East just played the king of clubs at the same time. in very
Yeah.
different situations, but from the same hand.
Yeah, I understand why Andrea didn't play it yet. Even seeing all the hands, it's not easy how to
Yeah.
approach this hand.
Yeah. Maybe it would have been better to just play the jack, and partner can ruff the queen. So she
Yeah,
won.
in a way, but it's the same because after that, declarer simply rusts the diamond,
Yeah. Right.
and there is only 2 spades to lose.
Way to get more than that.
I think it's always down to.
Yeah. So under 16, team under 16 is doing pretty well.
Yeah, quite well, and they are doing well in the play as well, and in the
Yeah.
bidding as well.
Yeah.
So
Which we should, I think we should mention that it means mostly not making magic, just simply doing
yeah,
disciplined things.
yeah, I wouldn't call it magic play to beat that 4 spades, for example. They
No,
simply
not at all.
ace king graph ace rough. That looks like a papa mama play. To say it wasn't oversynced.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes contracts
Exactly.
make because the defenders think too much.
Yeah. Okay, this 4 spades is
It's a disaster to say.
yeah.
They already took 3 tricks and
Still have the ace of hearts and the king of spades.
yeah, at least it can be
Or
more.
can be more ace of hearts.
If we play the heart 7,
Diamond.
no, it's okay.
A diamond.
Ace of hearts and the club
And the club and the king graph and
no, that doesn't help. But declarer doesn't know that he can play a spade. If he plays a spade and
yeah, she just, I mean,
okay, he
she's
hoped
just
for the
desperate.
best.
Yeah, she was still like, let's
There was
finish
no more
this.
clubs.
Okay, so
she
we
hit too
arrived
late.
to the very last board of this
Yeah,
series
and
of,
it's a commanding 32-point lead.
and finally we have 12 cards in 2 suits.
Yeah.
So
And look at that spade stack after the. So if East West plays in his I can't predict what will happen. North South has a slam in hearts and clubs.
yes, with no play slams. I mean, or the other way. How to say that? You just claim.
Yeah, lay down slams. And
Lay down slams. Yeah.
and East West has a pretty good save in 7 diamonds and maybe not that good save in 6 spades. In 7 diamonds, it's not. Even if
What
they
would you
rack the
do?
spades, it's from a trick. So there is
What
only
would you
3
bid?
tricks to lose.
What would you bid with South hands over the 3 spades? 1 heart, 3 spades, and now it's your turn.
1 heart, 3 spades.
It's.
I wouldn't pass, of course.
And,
If you have some artificial raise, says 4 of a minor, many players plays in this situation that 4 of a minor is a strong heart raise, then it's somewhat easy. But if not, then it's possible to simply bid 4 spades, asking for aces.
okay. At the other
But
room, you had 2 diamonds.
it may be too high already. So even for 4 hearts or 3 no trump is a bid that can be made.
Yeah. In the closed room, South chose the low road.
It's that for 2 hard bid in the closed room should have been something tactical because she can make 4 hearts by
From
just
her hand.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably it was a tricky bit to entice some double or something later on.
And South chose your way, asking about key cards.
And North didn't show his white.
Which makes it
Which
almost
means that-
impossible to beat the slam here.
And if the 4 hearts bridge comes very slowly, it's even he can't be done to 6 hearts. It wasn't that slow, I think.
No, it wasn't that slow, but North is missing so many aces to bid on 6 hearts alone.
But
well,
he has incredible amount of tricks.
Yes.
But it was a discipline pass.
Okay, so
and he will make certain tricks.
A second ace of spades, roughed. But this time it's not that expensive. Yeah, it's not that expensive this time. Okay, North is thinking in the closed room. Because she's still...
Yes, in just theory, if this, on this bidding sequence, it's really rare for North to think. He overcalled 2 hearts, his partner bid 4 hearts.
But what do I want more?
Yeah, but
But as the 2 hearts was
if it was a trick bid, I think she will bid something.
Yeah.
It's
and whatever she bids, South has every reason to raise to slam. I mean,
except if she asked aces.
Yeah, of course, but that wouldn't help her with void. So over 5 clubs, over 5 diamonds, whatever.
Yes. I know that some people play that everything is an exclusion.
So 4 no trumps would be an exclusion.
Yeah, 4 spades is asking for aces, and 4 no trump, 5 clubs, and 5 diamonds are exclusions. I don't think that's a good idea, but a lot of people plays that.
Okay, so she decided to hope for the best and bid 4 spades. Didn't even alert.
Of course,
she alerted. It's artificial, yeah. And now
probably Blackwood.
I think South will just simply count her aces and answer. Yeah.
Yeah. What else can she do?
Yeah. So what about North? She
hopes that one of the missing aces is spade.
Yeah. I mean, she can. No, she did not. Okay, so it's a push.
It looks like or not finished.
Or one in
I think
that
direction. Even East could have beat 6 diamonds. At the other table, there was no diamond bid at all.
Yeah, right. So okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are to the conclusion of this 3 days tournament. I don't think this 5 heart is in a danger, but what is sure, it will not change the result of the tournament. The under 21 team won the tournament already yesterday, and the second place goes to the under 16 teams. You were watching a broadcast from the LoveBridge team via the LoveBridge view graph. You can check, am I wrong, which direction it is. So either here or there. I can't see it now. There is the link, www. You can read everything about us, how we digitize bridge, and what results we already have. And there is the view graph at the viewgraph.lovebridge.com. Meanwhile, Sophia cashed the 2 aces, first the diamond, so she took away the overtrick in this 5 hearts, the second overtrick. So they even get an imp on this very last board. And thank you very much for watching us, and enjoy your remaining time in Singapore.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.